Welcome to race number 20 at Iowa Short Track here in NASCAR Heat 5 modded series. Trying a new intro. Hopefully that is, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We've got Iowa Short Track 125 laps upcoming, and we should have, when I do this work plan, a fully maxed out car. So we finally have a car that's maxed out for any track, and that's the short track car that we have here with the 90 suspension. We haven't had one with that more than an 86 suspension yet, so this should be interesting. We're going to go ahead and pick our short track car, get out there, do a little bit of practice, and we will see you at qualifying. I feel very good about this. Yeah, we dominated the lap time, but I just felt good. I even practiced getting on a pit road this time, which I usually forget to do. So let's put down our qualifying lap. Hopefully we can replicate what we were doing in practice. All right, here we go. Qualifying lap now underway. Get back on it. It doesn't really matter where you're at as long as you can full power off. Okay, I messed that one up, though. See if I can get it down lower for the end of the exit. Yeah, I messed that up, actually. We should still be all right, I think. Yeah, we were fine. Just a little slower than I was during practice. I was 24 flats almost every time. Still, 18th place, already in the range where we need to be, which is excellent for us. Smith, Mayer, Haley, Truex, and Golding round out your top 5. We come out in 18th. And then we have our first subscriber driver, Kane, then Lane in 23rd, Oliveira 24th, Bethel 25th, Norton 26th, Egan 27th, Carpenter 28th, Chavez 29th, Jones 30th, Malone 31st, Cost 32nd, Smith 33rd, Schildhaus 34th. Odd to see the team that far back. Must have had a bad qualifying effort. Graham 35th, and Perez 36th. After this, by the time you guys are watching this race, actually, I've already put out the updated numbers to these custom drivers. So starting, this is going to be, these are going to be the 6th, 7th, 9th, and 10th. So starting on the 13th of May, it'll be another new set of driver upgrades. So we should see changes happening there again. Hopefully we're going to start seeing them mesh up into the into the drivers on the AI side as well. We went with the all-white and the white rims for this one, just doing 2 simple stripes on the side. Thought it was pretty nice and thought it was kind of ironic to run an all-white scheme at a night track, but I wanted to do it. I thought it'd be fun to go. We like to change things up. 125 laps here at Iowa Speedway. Greg Golding, he's a friend. We know it. We love it. Sammy Smith, your pole winner. Congratulations to him. And Ryan Truex gave up qualifying position for new tires. He goes to the back.
Coming to the green, driver. Ready? Green's out, man. Let's go.
Here we go. Get up through the gears.
Careful. Still there.
Pay attention. Pay good attention here, folks. What do we have in the tank? 35 in the tank. It's a 3-stop race, if you were wondering.
Careful. Still there.
And that's without cautions. New Hampshire, we didn't have very many cautions, so that was fun. Getting on the brake because Alfredo was, and we're going to help straighten him back out because we kind of did a thing. Cole Custer right there behind us. If anyone was going to be our rival, that would have been kind of fun if he was, because he's just always where we don't want him to be. He's going to drive around us on the inside. He's got a much faster car. Oh, I got to get on the brakes. I mean, I don't even know if it made a noise. That was pretty crazy that he went that sideways, but we have them set to be able to recover from little bumps like that, so we're all right. We're up here in the top 15. Goal of 20th, so that's nice to see. How long can we last? Are we overdriving it? These are questions that I don't know the answer to yet. We'll figure it out as the race continues, as we've gotten up to 13th place now. It's kind of reminding me of a Bristol with how well we're running right now. I actually had to ride the brakes there not to get up into Brandon Jones. We'll get a nice drive off. We're going to be on his fender as we're going to head towards turn 1. Fantastic. We're just 4 laps into it. And I'm actually,
Careful.
yeah, to avoid these drivers, I have to get on the brakes every time, which is kind of nice because that means that we could, when no one's around, we can roll the corner a lot better than they are. Can I get on the inside of Sam Mayer going into one? Yes, we can. We're running about 3/10 slower than we were in practice right now, and he's calling it an excellent lap because we're in traffic and we've had to use our brakes. Meaning we've got just a crazy fast car, and I love it. Look at that. Wow, top 10 without any help. I mean, just being who we are. And I had to get on the brakes not to run up into the pole winner, Sammy Smith, dropping back to 8th place. Kind of crazy to see that.
Hold that line, driver.
Trying to get up. Allgaier got a good run when we had to slam on the brakes to avoid running into Sammy Smith. There we go. Wow, what are we doing, folks? This is crazy. Oh, this is with 90 suspension, so our grip is better, I guess. I don't know. Because we are just, I mean, we are stuck to the track right now until it all falls apart. Am I right? Yeah, we might be a little warm on that right rear. We'll see how long this lasts for us.
All right, you're clear there.
Austin Hill, though, he's trying to catch us. He might be able to as well. I'm not sure. We're up here in 7th place all on our own. And I say all on our own because it's not like there were cautions that mixed up the pack and these cars went slower and we're going to just get passed. We did this all by ourselves. We're only 10 laps into it, though. This could all go drastically bad soon. I don't know. We'll find out.
Got one down low now. Caution's out.
First caution comes out. We're going to stay out, obviously. Sitting in the top 10, there's no reason for us to pit.
Coming to the green, driver. Be ready. Green's out now. Let's go.
Get up through the gears. 112 left in this race.
Still there.
On the brakes not to run through Josh Berry.
Careful. Still there.
Got off it a little earlier there just to make sure we weren't running up into anybody as we are about to potentially be in the top 5. However, Austin Hill, a lot faster than maybe his qualifying time because he is right there with us.
Stay on the bottom. You're clear all around there.
Oh, we got saved by Daniel Hemrick, who was able to drive down in front of Austin Hills, kind of put him back there a little bit. Get on the brakes a little bit.
Stay low, stay low.
Get on the gas a little early. I mean, Justin Haley, he's someone we've raced around a lot this year, so interesting that he's up here in the top 3 as we're trying to battle out for the top 3. Getting a little loose now, starting to feel it.
Right now. You got room. You're clear.
22 left in the tank. Oof, didn't want to run into him. 16 laps into the race. And we're not losing this front pack, which is cool. I'm riding the brake a little bit going into these turns now. The way I did watch and listen to some advice from a YouTuber that does this. They don't use the brakes. I get that, but that's also when there aren't other cars around. So I'm trying to make sure that I don't do anything crazy. Man, last time we ran out of Iowa, it was a struggle. And we are up in the top 3 right now, which is incredible. That 90 suspension really helped. I did put a setup in this, of course. Setup from the same driver from the same YouTuber that explained how they run the track. Obviously, I'm not going to run a default setup and then listen to them, because their setup is how they're able to run it the way they did. I make slight adjustments usually when I do it, but the fact that we're able to be here, I mean, I don't think we ran, and I know we didn't run a special setup the first time we ran Iowa. I feel like it was just a handful of races ago, and I said, oh man, I really wish that I had adjusted the gear ratio in that race, because I felt like we had no drive off. Well, that's why I went to a setup this time, is because he did adjust the gear ratio, and we do have a better drive off because of it. As you can see, we get on the gas and we're right up here on Josh Berry. Tommy Joe Martin's leading the race, and I'm hoping that I can maybe... No, I'm not going to be able to. We're staying up here with Josh Berry. The problem is that Tommy Joe Martin's is driving away. I don't think we have what it takes to catch him.
Careful, still there.
But I am going to try to run around the outside of Josh Berry, keep him pinched down a little bit so his exit can't be full out. I'm not sure if that worked.
Clear all around.
That didn't work for me. See, can I get around the inside now, though, because of that? Yeah. I was going to say, maybe I can, simply because of the exit we ended up having was being pretty good. Wow. How bad are my tires is a question, because I'm starting to definitely feel it. 47% with 16 to go. I don't know. I feel like we might be able to run through this whole thing. Nice drive off. Oops, wrong button. Now I get to run laps like I was in qualifying, with nobody around me to worry about, and don't have to come off the gas, or don't have to hit the brakes. I can fade it around like I'm supposed to, let it come down, get on it when I'm supposed to, you know, all that good stuff. Ooh, we are definitely not running the same strong tires that we had before. I mean, we're driving away from the group behind us, but we're not driving up to Tommy Joe Martin's much at all, and I'm starting to feel it on exit. I also see the back of the pack. We're going to be in lap traffic before we pit. That's going to be interesting. Did we have any drivers that pit during that caution aside from who brought it out? I don't know. We're 25 laps into this one. I think we got, what, 13 then? Yeah, 13 left in the tank. Oh, there we go. That's that tire. Tire wear is definitely having an effect at this point. I'm probably going to have to back off a little bit. Get out of it a little later, back off a little earlier. Austin Hill is just destined to get around us. That man has been a man on a mission, and I actually think he might be able to catch Tommy Joe, so that won't be a battle I take, especially since I'm fighting it every time I exit 2 now. I mean, I did overrun or overdrive the car in the beginning, and I get that. I'm fine with that. I'll do better my second run out, but I feel pretty good about what we've done so far. And I'm just trying my best to, yeah, there we go. Much better exit off of 2 because I let it fade all the way up to the wall. Just need to just give it a little bit later before I get back on the gas. We're doing all right. Everybody else is kind of settled in. Austin Hill is right there. He's going to definitely catch, probably pass. I don't know. We might get lucky with this lap traffic and might back him up like Daniel Hemrick did earlier in the run. He's right up on us now. Good for him. Oliveira, first car, going to be put a lap down by us. Looked like he may have had some damage on that front end. He does. That's probably, I don't know if he was the one that brought out the caution, but Austin Hill going to get around us on the inside. I totally messed up that turn because I was staring at my rear view trying to see Oliveira's front end. There we go. Back on it. Run with Hill. Get up around Casey Kane. Start to work on Speedy Jones for lapping him. Get on those brakes because we messed that up. Get back on the gas. Touch the apron, but we were going slow enough it didn't actually really affect us. We'll get around Speedy Jones. John Perez, next one in line. After him, Jeremiah Graham, Parker Smith, Matt Malone. That's what I can see so far in the front. I'll off the windshield.
Clear high, bud.
Ooh, I thought we were going to be able to turn it down before then. That's on me. I didn't touch the brakes at all.
All clear.
He's fine. I mean, we didn't hurt him at all, but where are we at with 7 in the tank? 22%. So we'll be definitely getting under the 20% before we pit, but I think we'll be all right. Choosing to go on the outside of Parker Smith. We are faster than those cars, which is another reason I brought it up in the last race, why I'm going to probably give everybody a little bit of a bonus going into this point change to do a little more equalizing for them. They shouldn't be running this slow, so we're going to kind of help to get them up more competitive with the AI drivers right now. If I'm up in third place on a race like this, you know, we're just a couple upgrades away. Granted, our next upgrade is going to be getting a new car, and then all new. We'll get a new car. We'll get however many new mechanics we can, engineers we can, and then we have to upgrade them all the way, and then we start to upgrade the cars. But 4 cars or 3 cars will be our sweet spot for a while. Pretty sure by the end of our Xfinity career, we'll have a full stable of cars, full stable of engineers, and really have a car for every race being ready to be maxed out. You can't just upgrade your cars. You've got to have enough engineers, and the fact that we can only have 4 engineers right now puts a limit on us being able to max out the car. We've been able to max this car out, though, and, of course, the result, because we went with the suspension upgrade, it's been a big boost for us on this track. I believe we've got 3 left in the tank. We're going to start to see people pit pretty soon here. I'm not really worried about the tires. I don't think we're taking 4% off a lap. Roll up on Carpenter a little bit there, but
You're all clear up top.
2 to go. I think we'll be able to bring it around at least this one time. You see when it switches to 1. If it switches as we're going around this time, we'll pit. Otherwise,
Watch that car in front of you. He's slowing down.
okay. So we got the leaders pitting. We got everybody pitting. We're pitting with them.
Drop your speed, driver.
Ha ha! Told you I practiced. How nice was that? Huh? Tony doing pretty good. I know. I'm proud of myself. And a caution comes out.
Coming to the green.
Crap. Oh,
driver.
there we go. Got scared for a second there. Here we go. We came out in first place because we went in when the caution came out. I guess that's how that worked out. It's awesome. We also... Wow, we drove way out of there. I know, Austin Hill is faster than us, blah, blah, blah. Wow, actually, we did a really bad job there. Let Hill go past. I don't know. He might be the only one. Where's Tommy Joe Martins is the question, because somebody spun out right there and smacked the wall. I need to focus up here for a little bit. Hang here with Austin Hill. On the brake a little bit there. That was interesting. We actually caught him. I just want to drive away from the cars behind me as much as possible. I'm wondering, did Tommy Joe Martins bring out the caution? He's not in the top 5. I don't see him behind us, although the mirror doesn't really do a lot of justice for being able to see all the cars.
That was a great lap.
We still haven't even put down laps that we were in practice. I was 24 flats in practice, and we just did a 24.15, and that was our best lap thus far. Well, that's not what I wanted.
All right, you're clear.
Josh Berry. A little bit of a touch to our left fender, left rear fender. Austin Hill driving away, but we kind of knew that was going to happen. He's got a fantastic ride, I'll say that much. He is doing an awesome job in this race. But I actually think this is a great time for us to do a speed up. We'll come back, caution, or when we're pitting, because I just think we're going to go ahead and try our best to cruise out this whole little stage, this whole little fuel run. And there's a ton of racing to go even after this, so that's what we'll do. We'll be back on the mic, caution, or when we are pitting. Caution flies, not sure what for, but yeah, you can't really tell. We got a couple cars 2 laps down. Gray Galding out of the race. We'll see what happens. We'll lose a couple spots. We chose to get the minor damage repaired just because it was a caution, so why not?
Are you ready here?
We were cruising pretty well, though. Everything was going very nicely. Josh Berry did come up on us, and we kind of turned down on his nose, and that caused him to go a bit sideways, but he managed. He's in front of us right now.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. out of the race.
All right, you're clear.
Or not out of the race, but at least in the back. He had to pit.
Careful, still there.
I don't know if he's out. He might be. Let's take a look at the pit. I don't see him. Oh, he might be up farther, and I can't see over the wall there, so I don't know, but he definitely had an issue because he was up in second place, and then all of a sudden there was a lot of smoke, and we went around him.
All right, you're clear there.
I need to start taking notes on the tracks that I run on so I can remember them all. Try to avoid running into Hemrick. Brennan Poole rolling back up to second place, or rolling up to second place. And he looks like he's sticking with Austin Hill, which is interesting because Austin Hill was the car to beat. He drove his way all the way up to the front and was driving away from everybody. We're actually in the draft right now, which is crazy. I don't even know how many laps we have left in the race. I was so zoned in on the race. Where are we at with this? 56 to go. Wow, I swear the last time I looked at it, there were 80 left. I was super just zoned out, but also like zoned in, if that makes sense. I was zoned out, but only zoned out on hitting my points and driving well. Not on, I wasn't zoned out not paying attention to the race, that's for sure. We were doing a good job to stay up with these cars and battle them out. Emmerich did pass us at one point, and then we got him back.
Careful, still there.
And now we're doing the same thing on fresh stuff. And I think that I've been using the brakes now, driving a little bit deeper and then getting on the brakes real lightly. And I think that saved the heat in the tires, because we weren't nearly as bad off as we were previously. That wasn't what I wanted, but it happened, so whatever. Here we go. I wanted to catch back up to him. I just didn't want to have to slam on the brakes. I just can't really get around him. I'm going to have to just get a really good run off and somehow get down.
Careful, still there.
It's not happening. Maybe I can pinch him down? Or can I just dive it in here? There we go. Dive it in, keep it low, get on the gas a little early, and drive it out. Kinda. We'll finish him off here. There we go. Woo, that was nice. That was really nice as we're going to kind of try to set our sights on Brennan Poole. I don't know if we can do anything with him, but if we can, certainly going to, you know. Don't you know? Gain up a 10th on that set of turns. And gain another 10th going through that set of turns. So we're gaining up, and we get within 2/10. We'll be in his draft, and then we get to work him like we did to Hemrick, who we've driven away from now, which is awesome. We were very limited with Hemrick because of the you really got to find your spot to dive in, and I can do it through 1 and 2. I'm learning, so that's what I'm going to do. Is try to get a good run out of 4. I'm going to have to set it all up. It's going to have to be a good run out of 4, and then we're going to be able to dive down in on him through 1 and 2. So we're going to have a really, as a matter of fact, let me see if I can go high, come down. I got on the gas late to see if it would work. It did not work the way I'd hoped it would. I think we have 1 stop left in the race. If I can be close to him, I think we're actually going to be a little closer to him this time than we were before. As I say, if I can be close to him, we have a shot. Going into 1 and 2. We're 1/10 off. Give me the little draft that I was getting from Daniel Hemrick. What's up with that? Here we go. Inside. Get on the gas a little early. Woo! Who are we? Second place by driving there. That's who we are. See if we can put a little distance between us and Brennan Poole. And then maybe with the lappers, we have a shot at catching Austin Hill. I don't know. I'm getting a little excited for the idea that we have a shot at winning this race. Gotta send a big shout out to the engineers putting in extra effort this week, because it is showing on the track with this car. Now, granted, at the end of a run, we end up in a little worse position, and we are really lighting up these tires right now. Whatever. We're driving it until we can't anymore. That's the whole goal. Put a nice gap between us and Hemrick and Barry. We are still gapping Brennan Poole a bit, too. That's going to hurt us, though, because I had to touch the brakes to avoid hitting Speedy Jones. Can I go on the outside here? Nope. Caution flies. We're not going to pit. I know it seems weird, but if we pit now, it does nothing for us but put us back farther. We'll stay where we are on the outside of Austin Hill. I see Tommy Joe Martin's up in there, though. He's back in it. He's worked his way back up. Good for him. I still think that Austin Hill is faster than him, though. Around the outside. Well, we're in first place for a second, but not for very long. Brennan Poole is there. We're going to have to let him go and work on him again. There we go. Oh, we'll work on him pretty quickly then, won't we? That worked out way too nicely for us. I thought we were going to have to spend a couple laps setting that up, and we ended up getting it much earlier on, which is great. Here we go. Hanging up here with Austin Hill, trying to drive away from everybody else until pit comes in about 19 or so laps. Do I have a shot here? Has Hill's car kind of run out of juice? I don't know. No, it hasn't. I got a little cocky. He's starting to drive away now, and I'm not doing anything wrong. I know I'll gain up on him through 1 and 2, though. Yeah, there we go. Nice run right up on his bumper again. That's our passing area, though. 3 and 4, we just have to try to figure out how to keep up with him. Yeah, we kept up with him. That's awesome. Do we have the chance of getting in front of him before we have to pit? Maybe not. Maybe. Get on it early. Go, go, go. What? Your new leader, the number 84 Hunt Brothers Pizza. As we are whipping this thing around. I mean, we did get the tires to cool down while we had the caution. That may have helped us a bit. We have got just a special kind of car in this race. Oof. But as you heard the tires there, maybe used up a little. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. I used them up a lot to do what I did. Those tires are running hot. All right. Let me see if I can cool them off. Because, wow. Hey, we're up in the 280s. That's terrifying. It's going to take a while to cool them off, too. We got 12 left in the tank. We're hanging on to stay in front of Austin Hill, but he's going to get it back. That's something that we have a shot at winning this race if we can catch him. Like if it's at the end, if there's like a overtime or something, I think we have what we need to get around him, but really just need to keep the tires cooling off a bit because they are piping hot. Oh, that's a wall. Just so you know, there was the wall. Yeah, well, you know, let's ignore it. 10 left in the tank. We're just going to try to put more space between us and Brennan Poole and hang out here with Austin Hill as much as possible until we find out that we don't have a right rear tire anymore. Not much going on here. Let's actually go ahead and speed it up until we're pitting for the final time of the race. We've got 3 cars on pit road with their races being over for the day. Unfortunate for all those drivers. We'll review that at the end of the race. And as I said, we'll be back at you when we are pitting for the final time. We go, pitting for the final time in the race. Hopefully the caution doesn't fly while we're on pit road this time. Cars getting on pit road, cars coming off pit road. We're one of them. We got Brennan Poole right behind us. And we gotta... I'll have to work it out with him in a second. I wasn't really paying attention to anything. I was paying attention. I didn't know kind of where I was on the track, though. See if I can stay middle of the track and get around. I don't know. Catching some of these positions back right now. Oh, wow. Here comes the leader. Or here is the leader. So we got to him. So we should... We're going to come out in third with Brennan Poole in front of us, but I think I can get around Poole pretty easily. 22 left in the race. It's been an exciting one so far. A little curious as to why things haven't shuffled out yet. I feel like they would have already. Hemrick is... Oh, because some of the cars pit. Yeah, I get it. They'll pit. Even if a caution flies, they'll have to pit and we'll get the spot back, so we'll be fine. They don't have enough in it to keep going. That group will have to pit. It's a risk they took. Probably hoping for a caution. I've done it. Tommy Joe Martins, he'll, after everything works itself out, he should actually be in 4th place, which is cool for him. At one point, I believe he went all the way to the back of the pack due to an early race issue. So that's a big deal. Wow, we are really being held up here. Go.
All right, you're clear.
I gotta figure out. I gotta catch back up to Brennan Poole. We let him get away from us. Same with Austin Hill. I can. I will. I just have to get back into hitting my points and not paying attention to what's around me while I'm driving. I mean, you pay attention. Don't get me wrong, but I need to pay attention to my points and then pay attention to what's around me and adjust to that, not the other way around. That was a bad set of turns. Got Eliza Bethel in front of us. David Schildhouse in front of her. There we go.
All right, you're clear.
Gotta have a good run off so that we can get around these 2 cars. Speedy Jones right there. Go. Jeremiah Graham, about to lap him as well. Am I gaining on Brennan Poole? No, but he seems to be gaining on Austin Hill, so that's interesting. Also curious as to when Daniel Hemrick and that group are going to pit. Oh no, what do we have? 13 left in the race or something? I don't even actually know. I did notice that the next car for us to lap is Max Cost, so we'll have to be aware of that as well. Yeah, 13 left in the race. I should expect in the next 3 or so laps to see them get on the pit road. Oh, my tires. They're fine. I was more concerned about the heat in them than anything. They'll be able to get on the inside of Cost and not worry about him because he won't come down. He would go up into the wall. He won't come down. He might come down and hit us now, which he did. But that's no problem. We got around him. Look at, he actually tried to wreck himself. We've actually caught up to some of the cars that we are passing for position, which is crazy. Jump inside of Nemechek here. Keep this car down on the line. Get on the gas again and pass Brennan Poole. Puts us into 2nd place when everything works itself out. I think, oh, come on. Whatever. Yeah, we got the waiver on. We're in 6th place. Hemrick's stuff worked out for him.
You're coming to the green.
but it's not going to work for too long because we're about to drive through all these cars.
Green flag. Still there inside.
Not a lot of laps left to do it, though. Is that going to kind of screw me in the end? 6 to go.
Still there.
Get on the brakes, get on the gas early as we can. Put the car sideways coming out of turn 2. Whoa, we ran into Graham. Is that going to bring out a caution? Yes, it is. Dang it.
Caution's out.
We hit Graham going into the turn, and that sent him.
All right, now be smart out there.
I'm sure he's fine. That's usually one of those things where,
Green, green, green.
oh, we'll see at the end of the race where he ends up, actually. Austin Hill sitting there in 6th place. We've got 3 laps left because I freaking cost us 2 or 3 laps under caution. That sucks. What can I do here? Trying to hang on to it.
Stay high up here. Stay high, stay high.
There we go. 2 to go at the line. We're jumping to the inside of Josh Berry. Get on the brakes a little bit. Get up on Hemrick.
Clear outside.
Ride with him going into 3 and 4. With 1 to go, we have an opportunity to pass him for the lead.
Still there. White flag, bring it home.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it without probably wrecking him or hitting him. Couldn't do it. Nothing. Second place finish, though, at Iowa is fantastic. 99 rating. We drove the hell out of that car. Top 5, Hemrick, Savoy, Barry, Martins, Hill. Custom drivers, Carpenter and Norton, 10th and 11th place. Great job for them. Max Cost 17th. Matt Malone 20th. Bethel 21st. Lane 23rd. Schildhaus 24th. Egan 25th. Chavez 26th. Smith 27th. Graham 28th. Oliveira 29th. Kane 30th. Perez 31st. Jones 32nd. Haley, Allgaier, Earnhardt Jr., and Golding DNF'd. Tommy Joe Martins had your fastest lap of the race. Austin Hill led the most laps with 57 of 125. On the move goes to Ryan Truex, goes 36 to 14th. And tough break, Gray Golding goes 4th to dead last with a DNF. What a race it was, and now we enter the road course version of the season, or the road course part of the season, where we run 2 in a row. It starts with Road America, my home track at Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. About 90 minutes from where I live. I've been there multiple times. Love the track. Beautiful track. Hopefully we can do it justice in our race with our own team and our own car. Second place finish was fantastic for us. What a run at Iowa. Makes me very happy we were able to drive a car with that 90 rated suspension, which really seemed to make a difference. We drove the hell out of that bad boy and brought home an awesome finish. But folks, that is going to do it for this episode. I do want to take a moment out to say thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.